We live in an age of anesthesia. And I don't just mean in the hospital, I mean in our daily lives. We have curated an existence designed specifically to avoid discomfort. If we are bored, we scroll. If we are lonely, we distract. If we are sad, we medicate or numb. We view pain, whether physical, emotional, or existential, as a glitch in the system. We treat suffering like a software error, something to be patched out, deleted, or ignored. We believe that a good life is a frictionless life, a flat line of uninterrupted happiness. But there is a danger in this obsession with comfort. If you numb the lows, you inadvertently cap the highs. If you refuse to feel the sharp edge of sorrow, you will eventually lose the ability to feel the soft warmth of joy. So, for the next few minutes, I want to ask a difficult question. What if we have been wrong about pain? What if pain isn't a mistake? What if it is, in fact, the architect of our depth? Biologically, we know what pain is. It's information. You put your hand on a hot stove and pain screams, "Move." It protects you. It preserves you. But emotionally, we forget this. When we feel heartbreak or failure or grief, we treat it as a punishment. We ask, why is this happening to me? The philosophical shift begins when we change that preposition. It is not happening to you. It is happening for you. Imagine a painting without shadow. It would have no dimension. It would be flat, uninteresting, and artificial. It is the darkness that gives the light its definition. It is the contrast that creates the image. In the same way, your capacity for joy is carved out by your capacity for suffering. The deeper that sorrow carves into your being, the more joy you can contain. You cannot have the relief of the exhale without the tension of the inhale. You cannot appreciate the harbor if you have never fought the sea. There is a concept in sculpting that explains this perfectly. The statue is already inside the block of marble. The sculptor's job is not to add, but to remove, to chip away what isn't the statue. Pain is often the chisel. We walk around with so much excess, ego, vanity, the need for approval, the illusions of control. We build these hard shells around our true selves. And often, it is only through the shock of suffering that those shells crack. Think about the times you have grown the most. Were they the times when everything was going perfectly? When you were comfortable? Probably not. The times that made you who you are were likely the hardest nights of your life. The moments where the floor fell out. That pain stripped away the trivial things. It forced you to look at what was left. It forced you to prioritize. It made you real. Before the pain, you were just a block of marble. After the pain, you became a form. There is a paradox here, though. Pain feels incredibly isolating. When you are hurting, you feel like you are the only person on earth experiencing that specific shade of darkness. But in reality, pain is the bridge. If you have never suffered, you are essentially a tourist in the human experience. You can watch others, but you cannot understand them. But the moment you have tasted grief or loss or profound fear, you gain a superpower: empathy. Not sympathy, which is looking down at someone in a pit, but empathy, which is climbing into the pit with them and saying, "I know what this place is. I have been here before." The most beautiful people we know are rarely the ones who have lived charmed lives. They are the ones who have known defeat, known suffering, known struggle, and have found their way out of the depths. These persons have an appreciation, a sensitivity, and an understanding of life that fills them with compassion, gentleness, and a deep, loving concern. Your pain is the admission ticket to the community of humanity. It is what allows you to be that light for others. There is a Japanese art form called Kintsugi. When a ceramic bowl breaks, they don't throw it away, and they don't try to hide the cracks. Instead, they mend the broken pieces with a gold lacquer. The result is that the bowl becomes more beautiful because it was broken. The damage becomes part of the history, and the history becomes the art. This is the philosophy we must adopt. We are not trying to be perfect, unbroken vessels. We are trying to be Kintsugi. So, rethink your pain. Don't seek it out. Life will provide enough on its own. But when it comes, do not close your eyes. Do not run. Sit with it. Ask it what it has come to teach you. Ask it what it is trying to carve away. The wound is not the end of the story. As the poet Rumi said, "The wound is the place where the light enters you. Let it enter."